Well, that was an amazing match. After all, they were two pros battling it out. What a close victory there for Team Trojans. In fact, अब हम आगे अपने अगले 1v1 मैच की तरफ बढ़ते हैं जहां पे Akshit Agarwal is going to have a showdown against Shiraj Abdullah Turk. देखते हैं कौन जीतता है. Casters हमारे ready हैं. बढ़ते हैं गेम की ओर.
And with that, we're going into the second game between Nawab Duos and Trojans. I want to quickly just say it's Shiraj facing off against Akshit. And this is a game between the two streamers, the influencers. So let's see how things pan out here. The game has already begun.
So right now I see both the players. Oh, a card was already placed by Shiraj there.
He's going to counter with the Electro Wizard. It will win if nothing happens. It looks like he is waiting a little bit. He's leaking a bit of Elixir. He's going for the back with the Night Witch because he knows he's not going to win that Mega Minion interaction in the middle.
Yes, committing to that Mega Minion actually is a little risky because both of those players were at 10 Elixir there. So this was a really good poison by Three Musketeer there because as you can see, that Night Witch is not going to get any damage on the tower there.
A nice little Lumberjack in the back. The Bandit is going to win that interaction as the Lumberjack crosses the bridge. That nice little dash. But takes it out just in time, so the Bandit doesn't get across.
So right now these players are just feeling each other's out, trying to see what deck their enemy is playing. And I see that gaming with SB is actually leaking a bit of Elixir there.
That's a very expensive Golem, especially because it's not double Elixir. He's not going to have enough to answer that Battle Ram or that Ram Rider right now connecting to the tower. 2 shots with the Ensnare. It stops that Barbarian Barrel, dealing so much damage. That's a very costly Golem there because he does have a P.E.K.K.A. to counter it.
Yes, that P.E.K.K.A. is just going to chop through that Golem because the Golem is just going to get the dead damage onto the tower, but that's still a good amount of damage done to the tower there.
Compared to the left side with the Ram Rider, it's a bit much, but now he has to answer the P.E.K.K.A. on the right side.
Unfortunately, the Electro Wizard was tanking the tower there, and I do not think gaming with SB has an answer, but he answers with the Tornado, but unfortunately the P.E.K.K.A. still gets a hit in, and I think we already have a tower down there, almost.
Almost there, and we just need to see some more Ram Riders at the right moment.
Yes, because right now we see Three Musketeer is actually in the lead. He's done pretty much damage to both of the towers, and SB Gaming is in trouble. What do you think, OJ?
Looks like with the Night Witch tanking the Baby Dragon there, really getting the value in the Night Witch, putting the Golem in front. That's very aggressive. He knows he needs to do something now and something quick because the game is going to be over very soon. So he's going to go for that really big push, but it does not have enough power to go through that tower. Electro Wizard takes out the tower. Ram Rider on the left side looks like this is going to be very big.
Yes, this is going to be a really good game. As you can see, the Bandit charges, and she's going to pretty much take down the tower. And pretty much, we still have 17 seconds left, and it is really, really hard for SB to come back from that.
It's a 2-0 right now. That was a very good game for this best of 1 match.
There you see, the Goblin just comes out, and there you see, we see a bit of a BM there. Yes, we do. All right, so that pretty much covers the second game.
Yeah,
as we can see, Three Musketeer taking that. It was a very dominating victory.
Yeah, so Akshit was the player who's playing under the clan tag of Three Musketeers. With this win, Trojans right now lead 2-0 for this best of 3. Even though they've already won 2-0, we'll still go ahead and play the 2v2 matchup, which is about to start next. But I want to take a moment, talk about the game, talk about the Elixir leak that we got to see I want to bring up the amount of Elixir leaked by Three Musketeers. Also, second, the placement of units in front of the Ram Rider. I feel that they could have been better placed to do more damage. You saw the Night Witch kind of off to the side, very quickly getting trapped and not doing anything after that. So I think those could have been a bit better. Not that it matters in the overall sense of games because he had already lost a tower. But any other things you guys want to add on to this game?
I feel like he was really destined to lose just because he had the Golem versus the P.E.K.K.A. And even though he put down the Golem a little bit too early, it just wouldn't have mattered in the end just because of the P.E.K.K.A. and everything else in the decks.
And also when you were talking about the Ram Rider, unfortunately when he already placed the Golem, whereas he was not expecting a push from the
Yes.
opposite lane. As soon as that Ram Rider was down, he barely had Elixir, and the only card he could use to counter that, the Barbarian Barrel.
Yeah.
And that Barbarian Barrel needs to roll first. It was a little poor on positioning, unfortunately, but we do get nervous on this stage because they're playing up against some really good players here.
Yeah.
So right now, as you could see, the Barbarian Barrel was pretty much snared by that Battle Ram.
Yes. And wasn't able to get any hits
And
out.
that was a lot of damage.
And one
there.
last thing I want to mention before we close this segment here is the fact that Akshit used the exact same deck as Saif there and had the same success as him. So congratulations to Team Trojans for this. However, we have another game coming up. It's going to be 2v2 between Nawab Duo and Trojans. So we're going to start soon.